All right, guys, let's get started. I'm your host, Brittany Brown, and we're gonna welcome the top two teams of the High School Star League of Legends Grand Finals. Let's first have Crescenta come out on stage, please. Round of applause. All right, now let's introduce Cerritos High School. Woo! Round of applause for them. All right, Cerritos, now I'm curious, what type of preparation went into getting here?
We didn't really prepare that much for this time around, but we're hoping for some fun games.
I know you guys are undefeated. What are you expecting going into this match?
We're expecting some good players, hopefully, this time.
Ooh, fighting words, fighting words. All right, Crescenta, can you tell me what type of preparation went in for you to come to this event?
Well, basically, we just watched previous games from Cerritos, and we just looked at their plays and whatnot. That's all we did.
Do you guys think you have a good chance at winning this?
I think we have a good chance. Well, the better team will win, so we'll see.
Ooh, all right. Well, that gets me excited. Let's jump into these matches and see how well each team does. I'm going to send it over to the casters so that we can begin this next match. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Brittany. This is Dominic Crusader-Romer. I'm joined once again by Crusader Kitten. We are so thrilled to be bringing you guys this game. It is so exciting.
Yeah.
We are at the Grand Finals in the Grand Del Mar, San Diego, California. This is really just the epitome of hype.
Yes, so excited to be finally casting the season finals after such a long season, starting up, right when the school season started as well. So finally here at the Grand Del Mar, it's going to be very exciting, I think, to coming out from both of these teams. So talking about both of these teams, Cerritos High School versus Crescenta Valley High School. Cerritos High School, as Brittany said, completely undefeated coming into this match. Crescenta Valley, though, haven't had quite the same, performance, obviously losing a few games in the quarterfinals and semifinals, but still, they're looking like a very strong team.
Absolutely. They did lose their first game to Reseda High School yesterday, but they ended up taking the series with a crazy play style switch. And after seeing them in Game 2 take a win off of a passive slow push, and then in Game 3 switch to a turret sieging aggression, all objective focused play style, they mentioned they watched their replays. They know how Cerritos play. If anyone can bring Cerritos down, it's going to be Crescenta.
Yep. Well, speaking of replays, let's go ahead and take a look at a few replays. I believe we do have some queued up, guys, from the quarterfinal matches. Possibly Cerritos High School. Let's go ahead and get these guys first. If we have it up. Yep, there we go. Cerritos High School. This is from the quarterfinals match versus LoL High School. So what you see on the screen is New Era in the bottom lane. He's the AD carry for Cerritos High School. He's going to be flashing in here actually for a lot of aggression. Takes down the enemy AD carry, takes him down 1v1. Meanwhile, the rest of his team is pushing over at the bottom lane tower. And really just showing how they know they can split up. New Era, individually a very strong AD carry. He's going to stick around bottom lane looking for the split push here. He's going to be sticking around. Bottom lane still getting pushed in. Lowell High School actually had to vacate the premises, and here comes Syndra coming in for a lot of bursts coming out. Gets the full burst off, but New Era doesn't flinch, has heal, has a lot of life, still survives with barely any health left. Meanwhile, only 3 members are left to survive that bottom lane tower, but we have more action coming up as Zombie top laner is coming in to take down Yahoo.com. It's just one glitter lance away. New Era goes into the brush, overshoots the glitter lance, and now this is going to be the picked up kill. Just has enough AD, has enough lifesteal, takes down 3 by himself. And such low health as well. It's just insane play coming out from him. Really strong play, confident in his style as well. Meanwhile, bottom lane, with only 2 members left to defend the bottom lane inhibitor, we're seeing pretty much a slaughterfest going on. They're going to be going down. Looks like we're going to be taking some damage as well, but the inhibitor will be going down eventually. We do see Free Gaming finally comes back into the fight, comes in with the Coling. He's going to be wanting to return into this, but it's a 2v4 right now. Obviously a very risky move, however. Cerritos High School pretty low. They're taking down the health bars here. Free Gaming comes in. He's going to pick up a double kill here, but hey, New Era has finally rejoined the fight, picks up Free Gaming once again, right when he came off of the respawn, gets another kill onto the support for a double kill, and now he's going to go for a 3rd kill. He's going to take down the mid laner once again, and he gets 6 kills subsequently in a row without dying, and pretty much just on 1 health bar.
That just goes to show how powerful Cerritos High School is, as all of their players are so very confident. New Era, 1v3 while the rest of his team split push, and eventually that allowed them to take the Nexus. That was 6-1 in an extended engage, and with that incredibly long engage, they ended up winning the game and advancing here to the semifinals and now to the grand finals themselves. However, the opponents that they're going to be playing against this time are going to be Crescenta Valley. They put up some excellent matches yesterday. We've got another clip prepared that we're going to bring up in just a moment, demonstrating their team fight capacities. It really seems as though Crescenta Valley have got some amazing coordination. Now, Crescenta Valley is going to be in the blue. A Failtail on Kog'Maw gets caught in the Baron pit, but watch how Crescenta Valley position around the edge of the pit to keep a Failtail safe. When he finally flashes in to get the kill, he gets double shielded, wild overgrowth, ebb and flow, in addition to the summoner heal. And with the crazy damage that he's got on that Kog'Maw, he's able to pick up the triple kill, which eventually snowballs into the victory by making a beeline down the rest of the lane.
Yeah, and even though the enemy support had a 4-man crescendo coming out, still able to pick up the team fight win, took him down. Really just well done from these two teams. So hopefully we'll be getting to Champions League soon, possibly having a bit of an issue with the players. However, just gives us more time to talk about these two teams.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned a bit earlier, Cerritos High School, they're a group of friends that happen to have made a League of Legends team.
They were friends long before they started playing League of Legends. They said, hey, let's all play League of Legends. Formed a team. They were the first challenger team in Season 4. So obviously a very strong team, as you can see from the undefeated record in high school. So like all of that, they actually competed in the Riot NA Challenger Series as Kings of Tilt, lost to Team 8, but still put up a pretty good fight there.
15-0 in the high school Star League. They have not dropped a single match. Now this is going to be a best of 5 when we get into the set of the game. So that means they could potentially end this up with an 18-0 streak against these guys. But Crescenta Valley, they are no easy pushovers. We saw they played against Rosita with some amazing play. And because of that, they were able to eventually win the series, not once, but twice against Rosita in the quarterfinals, and then yesterday in the semis.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what these two teams decide to pull out. As we were talking about Cerritos High School, good friends becoming before coming into the high school Star League, as well as League of Legends. Meanwhile, though, for Crescenta High School, they had a bit of a different background.
Crescenta Valley, they started off as a high school team, did they not?
Yeah, but they actually started as a group. Most of them, I don't believe, were friends before they formed their team. So they actually started meeting from a high school League of Legends club, and then formed a team from there. And actually, since then, they've actually had 4 roster swaps, which might be the most in the high school Star League, because it's a lot. It's a lot.
It kind of runs contrary to my experiences with League of Legends. Because anytime I get with a group of friends, there's always at least one person raging. There's no way that we would make an actual professional team. It's, we need to go take the Baron, but blue buff is so much more important. But these guys are definitely challenger. They're definitely diamond, so they're not going to be making any sort of silly plays like that. They're all in for the win.
Yep. So still having a bit of an issue, unfortunately. However, still talk more.
Yeah, so let's take a little bit of time to talk about some of the contested picks this time around.
I was just about to say that.
So Lulu, Mainunu, and Decrypt, both very, very powerful junglers. Big fans of Lee Sin.
Yep. I'm just about every other jungler out there in the high school Star League, since we were doing it all, but also like Lee Sin, a lot of Lee's play coming out from them. Lulu Mainunu has a bit of an oddball out with a Vi. So it'll be interesting because Lee Sin will definitely be on the top of that list, I believe. For top laners, fans out here, for how to play on Cerritos High School, he plays Renekton probably the most out of any champion he's ever played. He played it once in the semifinals match, but if you just look at the match history, he has played Renekton just all the way through. Crescenta High School as well, their top laner has played Renekton in their last 2 semifinal matches, so that would also be a pretty contested pick.
And I know this is sort of an odd information. When I was in the bathroom, I heard the teams talking about it.
Oh,
Crescenta Valley saying, hey, just pick the Renekton. You're comfortable, you're confident, as long as you're on a champion that you can do well in the top lane against.
That is some spy work. I wish my trips to the bathroom gave me that information.
It's not necessarily spy work, more just impromptu interview.
Yeah.
I call it the urinal interview.
In the right place at the right time.
If you could do that. Be sure to stay tuned to YouTube when I introduce my new series, The Urinal Interview.
Oh. All right. Well,
that's not actually going to be a thing.
Yeah, I really hope not. That'd be very weird. But speaking of YouTube, of course, places to follow the high school Star League. If you haven't been seeing all the action this season, of course, you can watch the VODs at our YouTube, youtube.com/highschoolstarleague, or the Twitch channel, which you should be watching from now, Twitch TV/HS Starleague. So you can always see the VODs there.
And you can check us out on Twitter, at HS Starleague, where we will, of course, be posting live updates as to the results of the games in between sets. This is going to be a best of 5, so there's going to be a lot of tweets.
Yeah.
One would only hope.
Yeah, I would hope.
Yeah. I would love to see us go to a Game 5, because we saw the Game 7. We went to the Ace match
for
in
StarCraft.
the StarCraft finals, and that was fantastic.
And then there's a lot of upsets coming into the whole StarCraft League as well. Maybe we'll see one today.
It's an underdog story.
You never know.
An under Crescenta Valley story.
Under Crescenta Valley.
What is under Crescenta Valley? It's a mystery. You need the map to find out.
Probably dirt.
One would only hope. If it's not dirt, secret CIA facility, I'm thinking.
Gold?
If men in suits come to take me away, then you know the truth, Internet. But again, we are still working on getting these guys into game. So some more important picks. Yahoo.com for Cerritos.
Yep.
He is an incredibly good mid laner. Loves taking LeBlanc.
Yeah, really has just been such a snowball he got in that LeBlanc. We've seen him, he gets insane KDAs coming in for LeBlanc games. The last game we saw him play was on LeBlanc. Absolutely terrifying with it. But, with a little bit of free time going in, we'd like to give a thanks to our sponsors before we get into it, of course. So, been helping us out.
Go ahead and do that. So we got a list.
Yes,
a very fantastic list. Twitch TV. Thank you guys so much. You are the largest video game broadcasting and chat community, connecting gamers around the world by allowing them to broadcast, watch, and chat from anywhere in the world.
Yep. There's also Newegg Incorporated, the leading online retailer for computer hardware and software, committed to becoming the most loved and trusted marketplace on the web.
And I just caught myself on the TV over here. We're reading from an iPad. We don't have it written on the table. It looked like we had just taken a Sharpie and written it down. Similarly, the Grand Del Mar, from which we are currently casting. Thank you guys for hosting us.
Thank God we didn't write
beautiful
on the
5-star luxury hotel in sunny San Diego. I mean, you guys have got to see this place. You can see it in the background over here. Absolutely beautiful. And the rooms, the walls are soundproof.
The walls, yes.
The walls themselves.
No one can hear our loud voices outside of the room, which is good for hotel people that don't want to come here.
Especially a 5-star hotel. You wouldn't believe it, but I'm wearing Converse under here in a 5-star hotel.
Oh, I'm actually wearing dress shoes, man.
Dress
shoes?
Gotta
step it up. No, dress shoes.
Dress shoes. Oh, no.
Gotta step it up, man.
We're casting. This is League of Legends. Gotta get comfortable.
Oh, that's true. My dress shoes are comfortable.
In addition, thanks to MSI, devoted to building high-performance products and dedicating countless hours and numerous resources to supporting the esports community.
Yep. Also, other guys helping us out here, our esports arena, helping us out with the production of this event. Couldn't do this without them. We have, you guys don't see it, but there's like 4 computers set up, all for streaming.
It's pretty amazing. We have got an incredible setup, and I'm sure you can tell right now, we've got overlays, and Ramis is on top of the overlay. It's actually kind of beautiful.
That's like probably the most important part of the cast he does here.
Ramis, he talks
so much
too. Big shout out again to Riot Games for making one of the coolest video games in the world.
Well, there's the cheers here.
Without which this wouldn't even be possible.
Yeah.
How is this happening? How are we here in sunny San Diego talking about a video game on the internet? How did that work?
It just happened.
We need to get
fate made it happen.
Our host to come up with a video of how this happened.
Our host?
The rise of esports. Or if not the host, then perhaps some other
perhaps the video team.
Yeah. Video editing team.
Yes.
We're going to see highlights of this in which all of this is going to be cut out.
Yes.
Our beautiful banter.
Yeah.
So you got to tell me what.
No, this is valuable information.
This
I hope
is
they don't
no,
cut
it is.
it out. We've had
team
amazing conversations.
Are you rooting for? I mean, we're supposed to be casters. We're supposed to be unbiased, but in the inside, in your heart of hearts.
I mean, you just have to root for the underdog. Like everybody loves an underdog. So yeah, Crescenta Valley. Man, I mean, you gotta take down the Titans. It's like the final boss. We were talking about this, like the final boss. Champions, Colossus, Cerritos High School. I can't think of more C words, unfortunately. I should have looked that one up. C adjectives, meaning
Cerritos,
amazing.
The Crusaders.
Wonderful.
One might even say.
Yeah.
With Crusader Kitten.
Yes. The Casters.
The Champions. One might even go so far as to postulate that they are the kings
of Tilt.
Of League of Legends.
Kings of Tilt.
Kings of Tilt.
Yeah,
That is what they are.
3/5 of their roster are, at least.
And
Well, why don't we go ahead and talk about players? I believe we have a few player spotlights here.
yeah,
Just detailing some information about what these players want to be when they grow up.
we actually do. We have a list of
Yeah.
what these guys want to do when they become real adults.
Well, let's go ahead and start with Cerritos High School because obviously the team to highlight first, I believe.
We've got this information somewhere. We have like 18 tabs open.
Yeah, we have a lot of notes here and just a lot of backstories between both of these teams. Oh, we have it up here. We actually have Yahoo.com first. Hey, he is the wonderful guy in the middle lane here. He right now just graduated from a senior. Obviously going to Cerritos High School. His role is mid. Favorite subject is mathematics. Also wants to go to Stanford University and fitting to his name, wants to be the CEO of Yahoo.com. Or just of Yahoo, actually.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, he could be
It's his
CEO of
namesake.
the domain itself,
His favorite champion is Warwick.
which is a bit interesting. That
Yeah,
infinite
we should
duress.
see it. I want to see that come out.
Well, it makes sense though because he's always on the hunt for kills.
Yes. That is
he-
very, very true.
Playing against him is like being under an infinite duress.
Yeah.
One might even say that
Yeah.
he's bloodthirsty
Oh,
for kills.
God. Please stop. Okay, so varsity, he also plays varsity badminton. And that was actually one of the reasons we were talking to the players. They said one of the hardships for Cerritos was finding times to schedule practice because Yahoo.com is busy whacking balls, playing badminton.
Playing badminton, indeed.
Well,
that means
they-
he's got very, very sharp reflexes.
Yes.
He's going to be able to jump around with those mobile champions like LeBlanc,
Yep.
like Zed and Yasuo.
Yep.
Possibly even going to see a... no, that was it. Zed and Yasuo.
So I believe we might have a few more player spotlights coming up. We'll see. But yep, next one here is going to be how to play the top laner for Cerritos High School. And just to get everything out, all of the guys from Cerritos High School are going to be juniors the next. Anyway, this guy also loves mathematics. Wants to go to Cerritos College. Is that a college?
His ideal
He just wants to graduate from us.
is to be the president of North Korea.
He is.
Can you really say it's a presidency? Is that?
I
is
need
that what
to
it is?
back away from you until you blow up.
But why? Well, I get it makes sense though because
he is aspiring, He's reaching high.
everyone has
like,
a book that has your face on it. So it's
Yes.
basically a biography. It's required for the country.
It's amazing.
Makes things
So
very interesting.
hobbies model United Nations. So he's definitely building his way up there. But no, may not be North Korea.
And
model
again,
United Nations.
this is how to play. Very, very powerful player.
Yep. So I believe we have a lot more coming up for you guys. So let's go look over at the next one. We have a lot of these. Of course, we do have a lot of time. Still trying to figure out how many more will we have. So we have Decrupt coming up here.
Decrupt, he's going to be a junior next year.
Yep. No, he's going to
Very
be a senior
exciting.
next year.
Senior next year.
All of the, yep, that is their past grade.
Aha.
Yep.
So he could also be a past grade freshman. And
No,
sophomore.
Stop. Okay.
Because
so
if it's a
they're,
past
they're
grade-
the most recent grade that they were in. Okay, gosh, Dom, why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me? Anyway, next one is going to be New Era. Wants to go to UC Santa Barbara. Wants to be the CEO of Microsoft. So he is also aiming high.
Yeah. I mean, shoot for the moon, even if you miss.
Why
Or
does
land
the-
among the
why does
esports
school,
pros.
Why does the school say Sunny Hills High School? Oh man.
One of his hobbies are water polo.
Yeah,
Means
well-
that if he is ever going to be finding himself drowning under the efforts of his enemies, he can just swim right back up to the top.
Yes. Yes. He's also a very skilled ball handler, just like Yahoo.com.
But, ladies and gentlemen, High School Star League is prepared to finally bring you into game. And we are now entering Champion Select between Crescenta Valley and Cerritos High School. This is going to be Cerritos spawning on the red side. Crescenta Valley going to be on the blue. Our overlay's a little bit finicky right now. And we're going through the bans right away. We're going to see Yasuo taken off of the map away from how to play in Yahoo.com. And LeBlanc taken also from Yahoo.com.
Yep.
That is a very, very scary Yahoo.com LeBlanc. I mean, I don't know how he has so much skill on the champion.
Yep, so, I mean, they just want to focus him down. Actually, ban out a Cassidy as well. It's another of his favorite champions, obviously getting the Snowbally champions out. And actually, hey, there is the Lee Sin pickup first.
Instantly locked in. Big surprise. We talked about it being a contested pick between Lulu Mainunu and Decrypt. They're both incredibly mobile junglers. And with Evelyn actually banned away, Decrypt is going to be forced to fall back to that Elise.
Yeah.
Not really that big of a surprise to see that really big tier 2, I guess tier 1 jungler picked up right away. And oh my goodness, that's a Karthus being hovered about how to play.
Oh man.
So the thing about Karthus, even though he got the visual update, he's a very powerful champion who scales really, really well with ability power. He does a great job going into the late game, but
they've locked it in.
Yeah, it's
Jax
not going to be
actually.
Karthus.
Going to see Jax up in the top lane as well as Elise in the jungle. As you're saying, Elise, one of the favorites of Decrypt. Jax coming in here for the side of how to play, really good as well.
And we are having a bit of trouble with our champion select screen. Seems like we're paused, so we're going to go ahead and tell you about those. How to play is going to be taking Jax in the top lane. He's going to be taking teleport.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting to see him already showing that teleport.
Well, it's standard.
That he's going to be going for the split push Jax. I mean, yeah, it definitely makes sense that he wants to put out some really impressive split pushing, but he's basically saying, hey, look, I'm going to be in the top lane on Jax. You can do whatever you want. I'm just going to be in the top.
Yeah. So, other pickup's going to be, we're going to see Kahlua on the Jinx. And we did see that in one game, Crescenta Valley did play it against Reseda High School in the final semifinals match. Also going to be seeing a Morgana coming out. This is actually the exact same bottom lane they played in the last match they played on stream.
And that's a little bit interesting to see that bot lane being locked in already.
Yeah.
The Morgana Jinx combination, that was the hyper-aggressive bottom lane coming out from Crescenta Valley. Lee Sin going for the incredible mobility across the map, just gank after gank, invade after invade, helping Kahlua and Wazers feel nice and safe.
Yeah,
and with that actually transferred into a siege and tower push composition.
Yeah. So now we're also going to be seeing Yahoo.com picks up that Orianna. As we were saying, one of the contested picks, Kalal also loves playing that Orianna, played in those last 2 games, but it's going to be Yahoo.com picks up another one of his more favorite champions. And we'll see what he can do with it, because the first game against their opponents, he was doing some pretty hefty damage with it. Also see New Era on the Lucian.
He is crazy on that Orianna. He just loves to go for the flash shockwaves, flash attacks to try to lock targets down and really just snipe kills. Likes to go for the Athene's Unholy Grail start into a Rabadon's death count, just for pure explosive awesomeness. But that does mean that there's a chance that he's going to be counterpicked out, and this is a little bit interesting. We've got both a Jarvan and a Lee Sin locked in for Crescenta Valley. Now, that could be a Lee Sin in the jungle and Jarvan in the mid lane. Kal-El.
We'll have to see what happens after they move it around. But yeah, this is very interesting. They might go for the Jarvan. I was like, oh, that's Jarvan jungle. But wait, there's still a Lee Sin. So with the Jarvan, if he's in the middle lane, that is a very aggressive laner. He's going up against Yahoo.com playing Orianna. How do you think that matchup will pan out?
You know, Jarvan is a melee champion. So normally against a ranged champion, that would go in favor of the range. But Jarvan does incredible damage early on. Being able to use that bonus armor pen in addition to the Dragon Slide knockup, that's 2 or 3 auto attacks. And if you decide to open up with the longsword or the Doran's blade, that means he's going to force Yahoo.com away. Now, Yahoo.com is actually in a pretty fantastic position to go for a lane swap with Jax. Not even try to deal with that Jarvan. I don't know if his challenger ego could be able to handle that, however.
So the last pick we did see was the Leona coming out of Mufasa. And this is also one of his favorite champions as well. He loves picking up this guy. And, as we talked about, we saw in their, I believe it was the match, just did not like the solar flare icon. He repeatedly used solar flares, like throughout the entire game. It's like solar flare, solar flare, solar flare. Like pretty much whenever it was up.
Anytime he had an opportunity and he saw an enemy on the map, he would drop the solar flare and force the engage. Even if there was an entire enemy team backing him up and it wasn't an engage that he wanted, he would just drop the solar flare to try to obliterate his opponents. And because of the follow-up from Cerritos High School, they were more often than not able to get the kills. They've got an Elise for execution and Cocoon for an additional stun. They've got a Jax for some more stun and a very mobile 80 carry on that Lucian.
Yeah. So we are going to be getting into loading screen. A little bit of difficulty with the display on stream, unfortunately, but we'll be getting to you guys very soon.
Yeah, and it's really exciting stuff. Again, this is the High School Star League Grand Finals, game number 1 between Crescenta Valley and Cerritos High School. We are currently in the loading screen, and we've actually jumped into the game. So we're going to go ahead and start narrating what's going on for you guys.
Yep, so looks like everyone's going to be getting on into the Rift. Loading screen ended. We do have the normal line of scrimmage coming up for you guys. Line of scrimmage is coming up, though. No early invades coming out. Oh, there we go.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Crescenta Valley taking on Cerritos. Now, it's 50 seconds in. Let's take a look at some of these early item pickups. The line of scrimmage makes sense. Nobody wants to give anything away. This is a best of 5, so they're going to be taking their time, playing it out nice and conservatively.
Oh, Kalel standing on the ward right now. How to play. He's right around the corner. He's going to be hanging around, seeing what he can do. How to play. In a bit of an interesting position,
yeah,
but
he's just
safe.
scouting around.
Yeah.
Early on, Jax has a lot of mobility because he can go for that ward jump. And oh, that's interesting. Kalel showing that he's taken the Dragon Strike first. Now, typically, you want to wait for the Banner of Command.
Yeah.
You could drop it to gain additional vision, scout out any sort of invades. You usually don't want to take that ability right away and just say, oh, this is what I have. Now, if Yahoo.com was paying attention, if he saw that that's the case, that means that he knows that he's going to be safe in lane, at least until level 2. So if he doesn't want to go for any sort of early CS, he can just auto-attack Kalel without any chance of retaliation.
Yeah, so we do have to see how that one works out. So looking over at starting item builds, he actually goes to the longsword health potions first, so it's a pretty aggressive early start.
And that's exactly what I was just talking about. By getting that super early aggressive start, if he can get up close onto Yahoo.com, right in Oriana's face, he should be able to bully her away. But this is exactly what I was talking about. Yahoo, with this level 1 advantage, knowing that there's the Dragon Strike on the field, he can just toss out attack after attack without any fear. It's going to be pretty tough for Kalel to sustain in that lane, and he's rocking the Ignite.
Yeah,
it's going to be kind of difficult. I guess that's why he does have the extra health from those longswords,
yeah.
from the health potions. Longswords don't provide health.
Yeah, so looking over at the junglers, both of these guys getting pretty much picks that they are very comfortable with. Where do you expect to see some ganks down first?
You know, they're both starting on the same side of the map, and seeing as how to play is bullying Flash away in the top lane, I think that's going to be a pretty early point of contention.
Yeah.
Lulu Mainunu can come to his aid. Lee Sin, just so easy to get over the wall and onto Jax. And how to play has taken his leap strike, so he would be able to escape if that were the case, and Decrypt is coming over there as well. Now we'll have to see if Lulu Mainunu decides to go for the white camp or if he goes to help him out. And this is actually a little bit interesting. Decrypt is looking for the gank.
Yep, he's going to be sneaking up here. Same thing, though, for the side of Lulu Mainunu. He's going to be sneaking around the side as well. Both of these guys looking for a gank. We'll see if they can actually find one, though.
Yeah, and for the time being, Flash is continuing to farm onto turret. Of course, that standard Rise build. Going for the Mana Crystal. Picking up a few health potions as well. I expect to see that turned into a Chalice, or not a Chalice, the Catalyst, the Protector, the moment he gets back to base, just for sustain against Jax. Now, in that matchup, they're both very late scaling champions.
Yeah.
Rise really takes a lot of time to build up. And how to play on Jax, he's going to have to wait until he finishes either his Blade of the Ruin King or his Trinity Force before he can become really effective.
Bottom lane, though. Yep, Flash coming out from Wazis. He has to get out of there. New era with a nice dark binding as well. He's looking for some action going down. However, not able to find anything.
That's just the aggression of Mufasa, though. Dropping the Zenith Blade, and First Blood actually picked up in the top lane as Rise caught out of position, and Lulu Mainunu was nowhere to be seen. And more action in the bottom as Mufasa, again, going deep, looking for Kahlua. He's got both Flash and Heal, so he should be able to bait this out. But again, Mufasa just wants lane dominance. So far, it's even in CS, but with this early recall, that's going to be a decent experience lead for Cerritos High School in the bottom.
Yeah, once again, just really good control coming out from Mufasa, playing that. And hold on, Kalel's actually coming down to the bottom lane. Nice dash away from the EQ combo, but Kalel still wants to go for some blood. Mufasa gets caught up in a dark binding. Ignite is down. Flash forced away from Mufasa. He's going to get out of there. Will be able to survive.
Yeah, a good play from Mufasa. He actually uses
Lulu
from behind. He gets a free execution.
Crescenta Valley pick up a kill against Cerritos High School early into the game. They have a nice response to the top lane gank coming down. Lulu says, hey, I can get ganked down too. Goes down to bottom lane, picks it up.
Now, that was 4 members of Crescenta Valley just showing themselves in the bottom lane. How to play? I love what he's doing. Immediately jumping onto Flash, knowing that early on he can bully away that Rise without any fear of retaliation. He is going to have complete and total control over that lane for the next 3 or 4 minutes, at least until Lulu recalls, picks up items, and heads back into the top lane.
And we're seeing in the top lane a huge discrepancy in CS. 31-33 right now on how to play, 12 on Flash. So as you're talking about, really dominating lane coming out for the side of Flash right now.
And now this is actually very interesting. We do have the Jarvan opening up with a pickaxe. It looks like he's going for that super fast Tiamat rush to get the double auto attack tap in addition to the armor stride. What you can do with Jarvan is auto attack a target to shred its armor, then use the Tiamat for additional AD damage immediately afterwards. 100% bonus damage in melee range.
Yeah, and it's interesting because we saw him go for an early roam down to the bottom lane. So obviously looking for an aggressive game, possibly looking to just get around the map a lot. Because roaming down to bottom is really well done.
Very, very fantastic sub. Wazers getting caught out in the bottom, but quick Shield of Daybreak catches Kahlua, Dark Bonding, locking New Era down. Teleport coming down. This means Jax is joining the fight. He doesn't have his Leaf Strike confirmed. That's Flash joining in on Mufasa. He's looking for some action, but not going to find it. And with Flash showing himself in the bottom, this is actually pretty unfortunate for Crescenta. They do not have a lot of CS on that Rise. They don't have a lot of CS on Jarvan. They're going to have to start looking for some really powerful objectives if they want to keep up with the gold. And here's Cocoon catching Kahlua. Heal is dropped as well. The Repel catches up. He's still alive for now. Flash is burned, but this is now going to be Flash taking a lot of damage. He's in the front line, and Wazer's doing what he can. A double tap. Nuera gets the kill. Flash running to his turret. He's going to survive for now.
Yeah, and that was just a really nice move coming in from Decrupt. We actually saw Kalal wanted to roam down to the bottom lane as well. Couldn't find it because Decrupt is right there, but Decrupt is now in trouble, has to flash.
Yeah, a good flash is going to allow him to escape. Now Mufasa, he's actually creating a body wall, and there's a great repel from Decrupt to escape that gank. That was an incredible gank. He knew that the moment he came down from repel, Lee Sin would be right there with the Sonic Wave Resonating Strike. So he waited for it to land onto a minion, then repelled away. And even the communication with Mufasa, body blocking for Elise, fantastic stuff from Cerritos.
Yeah, so Cerritos High School really starting out this game early, 2-1 on the board right now, only 7 minutes in. In the past semifinal games we saw Crescenta Valley, it just went, 12-minute first bloods, 9-minute first bloods, insanely slow games, and now Cerritos High School saying, hey, this is how we play, going for aggression all over the map.
This is how we play indeed, and this is actually pretty scary for Crescenta Valley. They're down about 1,400 gold 8 minutes in. There's a Jax with 66 CS free farming in the top lane.
Yeah.
Yahoo.com on Orianna, one of his main carries, is 14 CS over his opponent. And even Nuera in the bottom has got a kill.
Yeah, and they just really decided out this game very strong, so we have to see what they want to do. Bottom lane tower going to get pushed in now. Going to be taking some damage so far. This bottom lane hasn't been going too great. They're actually, no, they're ahead in CS. It's 60 CS on Kahlua to only 47 on New Era. So we were talking about, New Era, a very strong AD carry player. We saw it in the highlight. They're currently having some difficulties.
Oh, but here's a gank at the top lane. How to play. Not getting stunned quite yet. A good Sonic Wave, but the counter-strike stun is going to catch Lulu. He still gets the kick. Flash means how to play. He's running for his life. Here's Elise with the counter gank. Grandmaster's Midas drop. Cocoon goes wide, but it doesn't matter. With Elise in the way, that means Flash and Lulu have got to run away.
Yeah, nice move coming out there. Decrupt just knowing where to be, obviously, and he knows top lane. He's got to go ahead and stay up there. So as you can see, a lot of aggression trying to get this top lane going because Lulu Manunu sees how poorly Flash is doing right now. 23 CS to 73.
That is a dangerous place to be for Rise. You really need to get that gold early on to feel safe in your lane so you can finish Rod of Ages. Without the Rod of Ages or the Frozen Heart, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. But here's Kal-El looking for a gank in the bottom. Zap finds Mufasa. Kal-El needs to get the Cataclysm. If he can jump in, he does. An immediate flash means that Mufasa escapes for now. And Nuera and Mufasa are safe in the bottom lane, but there are 3 members pressing down. Here's Yahoo.com and Decrupt in the mid lane. they're going to rotate and try to take a turret off of this.
Yeah, they'll be doing some damage. This Shockwave actually coming up. They want to dive under the tower. They pick up the kill under the tower. They did not. They caught Lulu Nunu unawares.
Yeah, and that's the power of Cerritos. Taking some very aggressive plays. Now Mufasa did end up getting sniped. That was the super mega death rocket from Kahlua, picking up the execution kill off a little bit of harass. Now Kalel defending in the mid lane against Yahoo.com. He's doing everything he can to prevent this insistent push. He actually dashes back into Yahoo. Ignite is dropped. One auto attack means Yahoo picking up another kill. 2-0 on Orianna.
This is not a good start for Crescenta Valley High School. 2-0 start for Yahoo.com. You always have to highlight him. He's getting kills early.
Oh, and Flash getting bullied down. He does get level 6, but it is not going to be enough as how to play. He just bullies him in onto the turret. Looks like he's going for the Triforce. Nuera in the bottom, trading with Wazers. Kahlua is going to get the kill. Oh, max range dark binding. Wazers with the snipe. And meanwhile, playing Yahoo.com. He's going to be taking a few turret hits. He's walking back into turret range. Lulumanunu has got nowhere to go. He's in the middle of lane. Here, the flash goes down. He dodges the ball. Goes for the execution.
Yahoo.com picks up the kill.
Yahoo.com with yet another kill. 3-0 in the mid lane.
Yahoo.com is playing out of his mind right now. Picks up another kill. He's so confident. He knows it. Kicked in the tower. I'll just walk right back. Flashes into a sonic wave as well. Still picks up the kill, has enough damage.
Yeah, fantastic stuff from Yahoo.com. If only we could say the same about Nuera and Mufasa in the bottom lane. They are being pressured so very hard. And currently as it stands, 11 minutes in, 6 kills to 3 in favor of Cerritos High School. They're up 2,500 gold. But their saving grace is going to be Kahlua and Wazers in the bottom lane. That Jinx Morgana is going to become a really scary threat the later we get into the game.
Yep, so we're going to be seeing him coming back in. Going to be going for the Infinity Edge as you would normally expect. Also Jarvan, as you predicted, Tiamat build coming out from Kalel. Not too surprising, of course. He just wants to go for some early damage. He's 1-1 though. Probably not the best start he was looking for. But Yahoo.com finishing up the Archangel staff right now, and he is looking really good with that item.
Yeah, that is a very scary item to have 12 minutes in on your mid laner. He's going to keep on stacking those up with every bonus auto attack from that Orianna passive. He's going to be getting those from the command attacks, the protects, the shockwaves, even the dissonances. Every single one of Orianna's moves from here on out are going to assist him in getting those stacks. And you don't want Orianna to have a shield. That's just scary.
Yeah, so really quickly looking over at the vision coverage on the map, Cerritos High School really covering, hold on, Kalel actually gets really low in the middle lane. However, Yahoo.com is here, dueling out with Lulumanunu. Doing some damage here. Lulumanunu last time did not go super well for him. He's going to have to back out of there.
But he's just stalling for the dragon. Decrypt is stealthing this right now, completely solo. He drops a pink ward, recognizes that there's no one who can contest it. And Cerritos take the first dragon of the game. And Solar Flare is dropped. Kahlua insta-flashes out of this as Decrypt walks in to follow up with the gank, but he doesn't even need it.
Yeah, so we missed this on stream. Yahoo.com actually took down Kalel very low, was flashing red. Unfortunately, didn't see it on stream. Also took down Lulumanunu low as well. He warded off 2 members of the enemy team, helped take down that middle lane tower, as well as you're saying, stalled for the dragon.
And Crescenta Valley had no idea. You were just talking about the vision. They have control over the bottom lane.
Yeah.
They have control over the river outside of Baron, but it's only 13 minutes in. That's not the big objective. They need to worry about Dragon, and the fact that they aren't even putting any control over the river, over the jungle, means that Cerritos, they're completely free to roam. Decrypt, he's going to gank after gank after gank, just like he did on Lee Sin yesterday.
So now it looks like Decrypt wants to come right back down to the bottom lane. We'll see what he can do with this. Once again, just trying to help out this bottom lane, but meanwhile, in the middle lane, they're trying to focus on Yahoo.com. Kalel going low, gets taken out by the Ignite. Flash is trying to take him down, but Yahoo.com is answering, trying to get after Flash. We'll have to back up, but Decrypt is actually going to help out. Lulumanunu does not hit the Sonic Wave. Flash is going low, the kick away. Yahoo.com still wants to go in, gets the kill with the ball. And now Lulumanunu has to make a quick escape out of here. The cocoon lands. Lulumanunu gets taken down. Decrypt with the kill.
A huge play coming up from Cerritos High School. The collapse from Decrypt, catching 3 members of Crescenta Valley, going against 2, your mid laner and your jungler. And when you can't even keep up with the mid laner and the jungler, that doesn't bode well. Now it's 14 minutes in, about a 5,000, going on 6,000 gold lead. Last play going for a gank in the bottom lane. The Solar Flare is dropped. Kahlua gets obliterated. That early Triforce on how to play means he's doing so much. Now Wazers takes a full culling. He drops to how to play as well.
Wow.
That is a really, really scary team. Looks like Cerritos Valley, they found their gas pedal and they were like, you know what? We're stopping this.
And now not only is how to play in that top lane. Ahead in CS, he is now ahead in kills 2-0-1 on this Jax. He is leading this farmed OP early game, late game Jax early game.
He's getting late game Jax in the early game indeed, and it's 15 minutes in, and he's got a Triforce.
And that was a good part where Mufasa was good at being trigger happy on that solar flare. It landed before the black shield came down from Wazers. Kahlua still got stunned up. That really allowed them to pick up the kill. Cerritos High School now start out this game 11-3.
Absolutely, the counter-strike absolutely huge from How to Play, just locking down the target, and 15 minutes in, 3 turrets to 1 in favor of Cerritos High School, 11 kills to 3 in favor of Cerritos High School, and an 8,000 gold lead. And they are just continuing to take objective after objective. Now, the Dragon was recently stealthed by Decrypt, so Crescenta Valley, they've got to sit back and wait.
Yeah, they just have to think about their next move very carefully. Of course, they do have a tower. Cerritos has 3, though, unfortunately for them.
It's usually nice to have at least 1 turret. So it's not going to be a perfect win for Cerritos if they do push it out.
Shutout.
But Crescenta Valley have got time on their sides. They've got an AD Jarvan building a Tiamat into a Brutalizer. They've got a Jinx for sieging turrets, and they've got a Ryze. And Mufasa getting way caught out here. Cataclysm instantly dropped. He gets the Solar Flare on Lulu, and a huge Shockwave finds Lulu Mainunu. It's going to be traded as Lulu takes the last auto attack from Yahoo. He's going to go down, but the Archangels has already charged. He shields to walk away from this, and now Nuera joining the fight with Decrypt. Find Kahlua, calling his drop. This is going a lot of damage. Kahlua is going to die to the flashing Nuera as Wazers running for his life, but Cocoon locks him down long enough. 4 kills for 1.
Wow, what a fight coming in. What a collapse coming in from Cerritos High School. They just knew where to go. They were all around their support, came in there, protected him, picked up the kills, avenged him as well. How to play, meanwhile, still pushing up in that top lane.
Yeah, really fantastic stuff from Cerritos High School. They traded a support for 4 kills and a tier 2, 2 tier 2 turrets as How to Play was split pushing in the top. That was a 4 versus 5 that Cerritos took 16.5 minutes in. They're ahead by 12,000 gold, 11 kills, and they're looking for an inhibitor. Now Lulu Mainunu, he's diving in, gets a good Dragon Rage, but is going to die for it. Repel means Decrypt can escape for now. He takes his zap, but dodges it with an excellent flash. Here's How to Play joining in. That Trinity Force is going to town. He gets one. Nuera gets yet another with Yahoo.com. That's godlike on Yahoo.com. Wazers is running for his life. He gets off the Soul Shackles. He's going to be locked down before it goes off, and he dies. And Yahoo.com is just absolutely monstrous.
Mufasa responded, came back into the fight. They're picking up the inhibitor 17 minutes and an ace coming out. Cerritos High School are playing so strong right now. Looks like they'll be continuing possibly on for Nexus Towers at 17 minutes in. And they're looking to take down the Nexus. They're knocking on the door at the base of Crescenta Valley.
Yeah, it's 17.5 minutes in, and Cerritos are just going deep. How to Play is tanking the turrets. A huge Shockwave whips from Yahoo.com, but it doesn't matter as the Nexus turret is about to fall. But this looks like Crescenta Valley are turning it around. The tower is just going to town. How to Play looking like he's going to fall. Mufasa about to go down. The only survivor is Yahoo.com. He's able to protect that absurd KDA.
Yeah, definitely. Just such a huge KDA, as you're saying. 8-0-7 right now. Really the star player on his team. But that was a great fight coming out from Crescenta Valley. They realized, no, we can take them down. They're low health. They just come and they clean it up. And now they have to look down to push, though. They have lost the Nexus Tower. They have gotten one low. Or one of them is low as well. And now we'll be seeing it pushing. Oh, that's us. Now we'll be seeing it pushing onto the middle lane tower.
This is a very scary push from Crescenta, but it's more powered by desperation than anything else. Now, they did spot out the Dragon. They didn't see it go down, but they know that it's going to respawn relatively soon if they keep an eye on their minimap. But the rest of Cerritos High School has freshly respawned, so they're going to make a beeline back to their base. 18.5 minutes into the game, and Cerritos High School lead by 12,000 gold. They've taken an inhibitor. Heck, they pushed all the way to the Nexus and took a Nexus turret.
Man, just look at the item pickers coming up from we have a Yomu's Ghostblade and a Blade of the Ruined King finished up on New Era. We also have a Death Cap and a Seraph's Embrace on Yahoo.com. How to Play already finished up his Trinity Force. They just have such strong items to start this out. Looking over at the counterparts, Crescenta Valley just nowhere near. And that's what happens.
I love this play right now from Cerritos High School. They went into the base past the broken inhibitor to pull all 5 members of Crescenta Valley back. Now Mufi locked down, but they're trading a support for a Dragon in addition to a turret in the bottom lane as Yahoo.com and Decrypt are busy taking objectives across the map. Now Mufasa, dead. He's the tanky frontliner on that Leona, but you don't really need that frontliner when you've got minions to push a turret.
Yeah, so once again, they use the distraction to take down a Dragon. Dragon does fall. Middle lane, bottom lane tower going to be taking some damage as well. We are seeing some grouping
Yahoo.com has got to be careful. He's waiting for that perfect shockwave. Wazers gets sniped by New Era, and that's a support for a support over the extended game. Kahlua gets locked down. Yahoo.com with the shockwave is going to force the flash out of Kahlua, and with that AD carry brought down to below 500 health, he has got to back away. And Cerritos High School, they are just steamrolling forward. They're ahead now by 14,000 gold, looking for a second inhibitor as 3 members of them continue to push forward to Crescenta Valley.
Yep, that was a good flash from Kahlua. Without a doubt, he would have been dead if that shockwave had landed. So we'll be seeing now the inhibitor in the bottom lane being taken down. 20 minutes in, they're already knocking on the base, already getting close to these inhibitors. Crescenta Valley wants to go in. Cocoon does land.
Cocoon's going to find it. Wazers respawning back in the front line again. That's not where you want your support to be. There's a good Zenith blade that finds Lulu Mainunu. He goes down. Now Mufasa trying to get onto Wazers while Kal-El runs for his life. How to play, teleporting in from behind. He's going to find Kal-El, lock him under the turret. He goes down. That's 3 members dead. The only surviving are going to be Flash and Wazers. And with this Nexus turret going down, Super Meating's getting onto the Nexus. It's not going to be an ace, but it damn well might be. Cerritos take the win.
Yeah, Cerritos, what a play coming out for them. What a game. 20 minutes in, they end the game. And it's just such well played, so well played coming out from them.
Really fantastic stuff. A 21-minute victory, ending up with that's 18,000 gold over their opponents. They lost 2 turrets over the duration of that entire game.
Just amazing play coming up, showing why they're the most dominant team in the High School Star League.
Now, what can Crescenta Valley do to slow them down? They're undefeated. This is their 16th win in a row in the High School Star League. If anyone can stop them, it is Crescenta Valley. They know that they can do it. But what is it that they can do?
Well, they just have to be very careful about this going forward, because Driver middle lane, risky pick coming out. It did not pan out in the early game. He went for a roam that was pretty much unsuccessful. Well, basically completely unsuccessful, because he did not get a kill. Wasted some time going down to the bottom lane as well. They just have to utilize the strengths of their team comp, which was the early game that they had going for them. A Lee Sin and a Jarvan in the middle lane. Jarvan is probably one of the strongest champions in dueling this early game, because so much damage coming out from the EQ combo, Martial Cadence as well.
He just wasn't able to get that combo on. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the High School Star League Grand Finals, live from the Grand Del Mar in San Diego. We're going to send it over to the analysts in just a moment, but for now, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.